Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel, and today in this video I am going to talk about a very important aspect of the Inertia v3 release, which is optimistic updates. Well, yes, this new release is quite exciting. There are quite a few new things that have come up, but one of them is optimistic UI, which attracted my attention. To start with, what is optimistic UI? Well, the updates, or rather, let me explain it this way. You are scrolling through LinkedIn or maybe Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, any of these portals, and then you want to interact with the post. You hit the like button, you comment, or do anything where there is an interaction, right? You will see there is an immediate gratification. You hit the like, some animation plays, and your data is recorded. Now, just think of it. If that interaction takes about 2 to 3 seconds, will you like that? I don't think so. Everyone expects a fast UI. And if you have deployed Inertia applications on production, you would have seen that there is a slight delay in submitting the form or clicking that like button or doing any interactions. Why is that? Well, on production there are multiple users. Multiple users are sending data at quite a few times at the same time to your database. Your database becomes the bottleneck. There is a slight delay in the whole round trip. But do you think it makes sense for the user to wait for it? Absolutely not. Because more than 99% time, you will get a success. I mean, how many times have you got an error when you try to like a LinkedIn post or on a Twitter post? Very rare, right? I mean, more than 99.9% times you will have a success. So then, just for that 0.1% of failure rate, why are you making the user wait? That's where optimistic UI comes into picture. We are saying, I'm optimistic about my interaction and the update. The update will happen. Let me update the user as well. Let me give the quick feedback to the user and let me then process the server request. And that's what we are doing. Let me give you a demo for us to understand this better. So I have this to-do application. Let me clear things out and I will show you this to-do application, how it works. So this is a simple task. I will hit enter. There's no button. I hit enter. It shows up here, but then you see this progress. It goes here and then the delete button comes in. It was not there earlier. Let me try it again. Trying again. You will see the task is here. No delete button. Wait. And now it is here. Why? Well, there's something happening. I have put a sleep on the controller so that there is a genuine delay of 3 seconds before saving the request onto the server. And that's why the loading animation is being played. But my to-do is available immediately. And that is what is optimistic UI. I'm optimistic about the save, so I'm showing the user the immediate feedback. And then when the server is ready, we get the rest of the things. Well, how this is happening? Let's see. I will first show you my controller. So you see, this is my to-do controller. Store method has a sleep. First line, sleep for 3 seconds. Then it does a create after validating the request, of course. And then it takes me back to the to-do.index. Pretty straightforward, nothing major. And if you would have expected, there is an index which is doing the query of the to-dos and sending it to the inertia route. Now, let's go into the form. The form is on a page. This is my to-do page. You will see this is my to-do item shape. This is my props. This is my breadcrumb. Pretty straightforward stuff. I have a submit function which does a event.prevent default. Then it trims the text which is coming from the to-do, so the spaces and everything are cleaned up. A little bit of defensive programming, and then a temp key. Why? Well, the to-dos which are getting rendered are inside a map function. I'll show you. Over here, I have to-dos.map and I need a key. So for that key, I have created a temp key because when I am adding that to-do optimistically into the UI, there's no ID. The database has not saved it yet. I haven't received an ID from the database. So what do? I add this temp key so that the rendering happens with that key. So if you see form.optimistic, optimistic can be chained to any router or form kind of functions. So I'm saying call this function. These are my page props currently. I'm getting it. This function automatically gets the page props. Then in that I have to-dos. In that array of to-dos, first I have this new to-do that I'm introducing, which doesn't have an ID. It's null. It has a task, which is the trim text, which I just typed. Its complete is false because I just created a to-do and the temp key. Then the rest of the to-dos. With this, I have created an optimistic update. After that, I'm making my post call. So this is where the server receives the data. Once it is a successful request, it does a form request. And if you have seen, the store method takes the user back to the todo.index, so the entire to-do loads up and it gets the ID. Similarly, if you see, remove to-do has an optimistic thing. I immediately remove it and then I do a delete.url. And hence, both these updates are just instantaneous and immediate feedback for the user, and the server can process it on its own. And the beautiful part is, if the process fails, then it will automatically correct itself or the props will change, right? And this is what is optimistic UI. I think it's a very important aspect in your application. Use it heavily because it makes your application look very fast. The feedback is immediate. The user feels that yes, it's a very smart and fast application that creates a great user experience, while your server can wait a little bit to process those things. So yeah, this is it. Let me know what you think about optimistic UI. What is your thought process? And if you have any questions, comment below. If you like this video, do click on the thumbs up icon and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video.